Hi, good evening, all of you. Hi, good evening, all of you. Hope you are able to view me. Hope you are able to get my voice. Hope you are able to see the slide. Please confirm. Good evening, all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So now I got a confirmation from you, and today we will discuss about the how to submit comments on draft FDA guidelines. So this is what our today's topic. Okay, so hope you know me. My name is Hitendra Kumar Shah. I am a CGMP compliance consultant, trainer and auditor from NADH plus GXP compliance services, and today we will discuss about how we can submit the comments on the draft FDA guidelines. The point is FDA is giving some guidelines. That guidelines will be in a draft stage, and then we need to put some comments. This is expected from us to give the comments on the guideline, but the problem is most of the people don't know or not aware how to put the comments and how to inform to FDA that these are the concerns with this draft guideline. So my point of discussion today is on this topic. Whatever I am going to discuss on this topic will be only based on the FDA recommendations, and in the last I will share the references also. Even in the description section I will share the link so that you can download the guideline or the download the recommendation by FDA, that how we can submit the comments on the different FDA guidelines. So there are different even the guidance also provided by FDA, so that link also I will share in the description box. Okay, so now why I am discussing this point is the point because many people, they don't read the first two pages of the guideline, any draft guideline, because they start only from the the content, main content. But there is a point given in the by the FDA in all the different draft guidelines that they can the people can put the comments and all. So today we will discuss about how to submit the comments. Okay, so before going ahead, this is a overview about today's training topic. So introduction and overview of the topic, then there will be brief introduction about me as a trainer. Then FDA classifies the different guidelines. So what are the types of guidelines shared by the FDA, that I will discuss. Then how to submit the comment. So what is the FDA recommendation on how to submit the comment? Now here FDA means I am discussing about a CDER. Okay, so as per the CDER requirement, how to submit the comments, and then what are the common suggestions given by CDER for the commenting. And after that there is a separate recommendation for CDRH guidelines. CDRH means the for the which is related to the medical devices and the radioactive products. So what are the comments, what are the guideline expectation from CDRH, that is what we will discuss. Then CDRH is recommending some formats, specific formats is recommended by CDRH, that also we will discuss. Then we will discuss about some references. I will put some references and also the link of the references. If you want to go through the guideline in detail, that link I will be sharing in the description section. You can access and you can go through that link, and you can go through the guideline. And after that we will have a question answer session and vote of thanks. So I suggest you that whatever questions you have, you can put in the comment section. I will respond to your all the questions. Okay, so this is the brief overview of the today's training session. Now this is we are discussing about the overview, and now we will discuss about the point which is the know your trainer. So just a brief about me. I will not put much more time here. If anybody is interested in my CV and all, you can pause it and you can go through that in detail. So my name is Hitendra Kumar Shah. I am a CGMP compliance consultant, trainer and auditor from NADH plus GXP compliance services. I am having a vast experience in facing or preparing or complying to the different regulatory expectations like USFDA, UGMP, PICS, MHRA, TGA, TPD, NVISA, WHO, and of course Schedule M guideline. I will not go through in detail. The next is I am having more than 13 years of experience of taking care of a QA and QC, both the department, quality department independently. I faced so many audits in my during my tenure, and also consider during my as a consultancy job. I have audited more than 500 vendors or suppliers. I was in auditing role for last 10 to 12 years, and during this period, I have audited more than 500 vendors or suppliers till date. And about the training, if you ask me, more than 5,000 or maybe more than 10,000 candidates I have trained. This is my work profile. I started my career with Sun Pharma, then I work in Blue Cross Laboratories, I work in US Vitamins, I work in Alembic, I work in multinationals like AstraZeneca, Sanofi, I was a compliance head in Zydus, I work in a Mylan. This is my work profile. And before going ahead, a quick disclaimer about this. So whatever I prepared this training, and this training is a part of the is in the form of the video. So this is only for the learning purpose only. Okay, so the people should aware what is the practice and all. For that purpose, I prepared this video. So if anybody want to implement or follow, they can go through the guideline. I am already sharing the link of the guideline in the description box. You can go through the guideline in detail so that you will able to follow. But prima facie, this whole video, the purpose is the learning purpose to all of you. Okay. Now let us start our today's discussion. Okay, this is our today's topic and today's discussion. Without wasting time, we will discuss now on that. So the point is, why we need to comment on the guideline. So the reason is given here. FDA rules have great impact on the nation's health, industries and economy. Of course, these rules are not created by chance or in a vacuum. So it's not like that independently somebody prepare the rules and all and we are bound to follow. So when these are formed, they are formed with the public help or public consultation is done. So by the law, anyone can participate in the rule making process by commenting in the writing. FDA normally gives about 60 days. Sometimes if it is urgent, they will reduce the timeline also, but normally 60 days they will give for commenting the laws, and after 60 days only they will finalize the rule. Okay, so this is what the brief about the thing. So please understand that whatever the guideline FDA is giving, so that guideline is not prepared in silos and all. It is of course public help or public consultation is taken from different experts, and based on their comments and all, the guidelines are implemented. Let me tell you one thing, that whenever you will put the comments also to the guideline, that information also will be available in the site. If you give the comment online, that also can be accessed through the online portal. Okay, so it's not like that you give the comment and it is not entertained by the FDA. So this is not the case. So my point is, whatever you give the points or the comments or recommendation to the FDA on the draft guideline, it is well taken care, and who has given the points or who has given the comments, recommendations, that all is available in the website, and it is kept there so that the people will come to know that what type of comments they have received on this type of document. Okay, so hope you're getting my point, and I am not fast. Hope I am not a fast. Okay, so still if you have any questions or if you feel that I am fast, you can reduce the speed of this video in the YouTube, so that the speed can be reduced and you will get the proper understanding. So that provision is available in the YouTube, so you can reduce the speed of the video. So guidelines are the documents prepared for FDA staff. Please understand this. So guidance is not prepared only for the public or the industries or the people who are working for the pharmaceuticals or the patient health professionals. So basically this guideline is prepared for FDA staff, then regulated industry and the public, that describe the agency's interpretation of a policy or the regulatory issues. And very important thing here, I put under bold, unlike statutes and regulations, guidelines themselves cannot generally create legally binding requirements. What does it mean? It indicates that what, like statutes, so statutes means what? The mandatory law. Statutes, if it is not followed, then FDA will take a statutory action or the disciplinary action against that company or the person. So these guidelines are not legally binding, but the regulations. Okay, so that is what it is mentioned here, statutes. So if you could not follow it, then FDA will take a disciplinary action. But in case of a guideline, it is not a legally binding requirement, but it is helpful for the functioning in the work area. This is what clarity given by the FDA. Again, I am telling you, this is whatever I am going to present. It is exactly in line with the FDA expectation. Nowhere it is from my point of view. Okay, whatever, everything is displayed on this slide only, from the guideline only. Okay, so please don't get confused and don't get any diverted, that and don't consider that it is from it is prepared by me and all. Only I prepare the slides based on the guideline requirements. Okay, hope you got my point. So basically there are two types of guidelines. As per FDA consider that the guideline, when they are issuing, then they consider that there are two types of guidelines, level 1 and level 2 guidelines. So what are the level 1 and level 2 guidelines? So that is what is given clearly here. You can go through the slide. If you wish, you can pause the video and you can read it. So for you, I will go through the slide. Don't worry about that. So level 1 guidelines are initial interpretation of a statutory or regulatory requirement. These are changes in the interpretation or policy that are of more than a minor nature, include complex scientific issues, or cover highly controversial issues. So this type of guideline are considered as a level 1 guideline. Okay, and level 2 guidelines are something minor type of nature. Okay, so level 2 guidelines are existing practices or minor changes in interpretation or a policy. So this type of guidelines are called the level 2 guidelines. So basically there are two types of guidelines, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is somewhat major, which is main focusing on the statutory or the regulatory requirements and major changes with respect to the interpretation or policy or understanding of the expectations and all, like that. And level 2 is a somewhat minor in nature. Okay, so these are the two different categories of the guideline. Further we will discuss this, don't worry. So now level 1 guideline, let us discuss some part of this. I understand that you will feel that why it is required to know me, but the point is the types of guidelines and how to comment. Many people are not aware. To be very frank, I am telling you, many people are not aware. If you ask anybody, even during interviews also, if you ask, nobody will able to tell you that which is the website, what are the timelines normally for responding or commenting on the draft guidelines, what is the websites. No, nobody knows. So that is the reason I thought to take this in more detail. Okay, the agency posts draft level 1 guideline on its website, and it publicizes them by issuing a notice of availability of the draft guideline in the Federal Register. So they have the Federal Register. In that they specify that this guideline prepared on date so and so and notified to all the people on so and so date. Generally the public has 60 days to provide their comments on that draft guideline. In some circumstances, FDA also hold public meetings or workshop or the trainings on draft level 1 guideline. So you can even, there is a YouTube channel also by FDA. So FDA, whatever draft guidelines are there, they wherever possible, not all the cases, but wherever possible, FDA arrange some public meeting or conferences or workshops, or even they prepare the record, they take the webinars, and that webinar is available in the YouTube also. So this type of approach FDA follows for level 1 guideline. The reason is people should be aware. First of all, people should be notified, people should be aware, and people should understand that importance of this draft guideline, and so that the people will able to put their comments or thought process on the proposed level 1 type of the guideline. So as I told you that level 1 is a somewhat major type of guidelines. So the comments are mandatory for the FDA before implementation or before finalization of the guideline. So this is what the point I am telling you. But my point is, if there is no any comment for 60 days, 60 days including the holidays also, 60 days means 60 calendar days. So if there is no any comment up to 60 days, then only FDA will able to finalize the guideline. Otherwise, the document will be still under the draft stage. Generally, FDA does not solicit public input on level 1 guideline. So sorry, level 2 guideline, because level 2 guideline is a minor in nature. So most of the time FDA will not even take the public concerns or public comments on level 2 guidelines. And these guidelines are somewhat, for immediate implementation. So the point is, level 1 guideline for which prior public participation is not feasible or appropriate. Sometimes what happens, the level 1 guideline may not be appropriate for level 2 guideline is not taken comment, or in case of some level 1 guideline, maybe some minor changes will be there. So in that case, they will not take the prior public participation. But if it is a major or somewhat important point, then definitely FDA will take the take the public comments. However, FDA publishes a NOA in the Federal Register for level 1 guidelines. So what is NOA? Notice of informing to all, right? So FDA publishes NOA in the Federal Register for level 1 guideline for immediate implementation, and post both types of guidance on the website. So whatever level 1 or level 2, both type of guidance are available in the website. You can go through that. Only thing, level 2, sometimes the FDA may not much interested to take the comments and they can implement. Otherwise, the level 2, otherwise there is no much difference in the level 1 and level 2 considering the commenting on the guideline aspects. Hope you are getting my point. Interested persons may comment on them at any time after they have been issued. FDA will review the comment and revise the guideline as appropriate. So whatever you put the comment, there is not a guarantee that it will be considered and it will be implemented only, because so many people will have a different type of comment. So based on that, the evaluation will be done, whether the comments are genuine, whether it is really having some contradiction and all, and based on that the changes will be done in the guideline. Otherwise the guideline will be followed as it is. Now the very important point is with respect to the how to submit the comments. Very important thing. So many people don't know, so that is the reason I put here the website www.regulations.gov. This is the website. You have to click this website and you have to write the comment about the draft guideline. Very clear. Hope you got my point. And that also before 60 days or whatever period. Normally 60 days is given, but sometimes the timeline may reduce also. So you have to respect the timeline, and the timeline is mentioned in the draft guideline. Always remember. So the point is, when you are reading the draft guideline, so you can find that the left side there will be some points. Each sentence will have the identified with the unique numbering. Each sentence of the draft guideline. Okay. So when you are going through this, if you want to give the comments, then you can go through this website www.regulations.gov and you can put the comment. Before the, of course, the closing date. All written comment should be identified with the docket number found in bracket in the heading of this document. So all the documents will have the docket number or document number, so that document number should be considered. Also, I told you just now that each guideline, draft guideline, will have the unique number on each sentence, so that also you can refer while giving the comments. Now I told you that you can have that website. Which website? I think it is a www.regulations.gov if you want to give the comment online. But sometimes some people will say that we can we give the comments with the paper copies. So yes, you can submit your written comments. You prepare a document and you share some annexures or supporting rationales and all. And this is the address, Division of Dockets Management, Food and Drug Administration, 5630 Fishers Lane, and this is complete address. So this on this address you can send the document or the comments through the courier, but ensure that it reaches before the given timeline. Correct? So this is the address. Now the point is, this address is common for all, whether it is a drug related, drug and drug product related draft guideline, or whether it is related to the medical devices. All type of the hard copy of the comments can be given through this address. So in this address you can give this. Okay. And one thing I told you, you know, whatever you give the comments, that online comments, that you can access anytime from the website. Correct? But suppose you send the comments through the paper form or through the courier at this address, then FDA has given the address. You can go to that address. You take the prior appointment. You go through this particular address. Room is identified there. You can go and your hard copy of documents will be retained there. Okay. So this way even you can ensure that whether your documents are considered, at least somebody gone through or not, that you will come to know. Okay. So that is where, you know, FDA is taking very clear cut controls, or, you know, you can say the focus on this. Okay. It is also noted that comment period specifies how long the agency will accept the public comments. So normally I told that there will be 60 days comments, right? Usually file or docket stays open for comments at least for 60 days. So same thing is mentioned here. Sometimes it may be 10 days also, and sometimes it may be 9 months also. So in this period the weekends are also considered, so holidays are also considered, and whatever this period is there, period for comments, it is mentioned in the draft guidelines. Always remember. So if you open any draft guideline, you will come to know that what are the timeline is given for, what is the timeline is given for the submitting the comments. Hope you are getting my point. If you have any questions, don't worry, you can put your questions in the comment section. I will reply you, don't worry about that. So, and if you feel that I'm fast and also, you can reduce the speed of the video and you can go through that. Okay, but hope you are getting my points. Very simple point, but many people are not aware, so I thought that I will take this for the discussions. Now there are some suggestions given by FDA. Again, these are not my suggestions. Okay, these are suggestions given by the FDA, that what are the precautions, or how we can put the comments so that it is easy to understand by the FDA. Okay, so FDA has given some points, so let us go through these points one by one. When you are commenting, clearly indicate if you are for or against the proposed rule or some part of it, and why. So when you are putting some comments, your comment should be like that whether you agree with the comment partially or fully, or you are not agreeing to the comment partially or fully. Maybe you may agree the comment fully also, but you may put more clarity, so that information you should specify that I agree with this comment, it is perfect, but it has to be more clarity need to be given, so that way you can specify. Or uh, I partially agree with this because there are some consequences or concerns, for example, and you can give this way. So you need to be clearly indicate if you are for or against the proposed rule or the some part of the guideline and why. So you can use some examples or consequences and all. Okay. FDA regulatory decisions are based largely on law and science, and agency reviewers look for reasoning, logic, and good science in the comments they evaluate. So basically, FDA will not consider, based on some voting and all. Okay. So you don't consider that. Suppose if I am not, I am against the specific rule. Okay. So there will not be any voting. So based on the voting, the highest number of votes will be considered and implemented. So this rule is not followed when the guideline is getting followed, finalized. So FDA considers the logics behind the just changes given by comments given by the public, then what is the reason, and basic behind that, what is the science behind that. So that is what considered while considering the comments. Okay, so please remember this. Whenever you are putting the comment, refer to the docket number listed in the Federal Register notice. So each will have the docket number. That docket number will be available in the guideline. You have to refer that. So this comment is for which guideline? That has to be specified. Include a copy of articles or other references that support your comments. Sometimes what happens, you will give the comments and you need to give some supporting. Sometimes you may need to give some supporting testing results, or sometimes you may need to give some supporting references, or sometimes you may need to give some literatures that based on that you support your comment. Okay, so whatever you want to give this type of articles or references or maybe some supporting documentation to support your comments, you can attach in the electronic form, and you can upload it and you can submit that. Okay, this is what mentioned here. And you have to put the if you there is electronic attachments will not be forwarded if the comment box is left empty. So if comment box is empty, then electronic attachment will not be forwarded. Means if you click also, it will not be submitted. Basically, it is a default thing. So you have to write not applicable or something, then only it will go. Because always, most of the time, it will not have possibility to attach the attachments and all, right? The next point is with respect to the commenting is only relevant material should be submitted. So whenever you are giving the comments, you have to respect that what type of guideline is there, and that particular topic only you should submit. If an article or reference is in a foreign language, it must be accompanied by the English translation, verified to be accurate. Translation should be accompanied by a copy of the original publication. These are some requirements, so I am sharing you. Sometime what happen, if suppose some draft guideline is there, but already there is some other regulations by some other country, and it is in their language, then what happen, you have to translate it in the English, but it should be correctly translated, and also the original copy of the original language also should be attached when you are submitting the comment. So both the point, one is the original document, original language, original document, and along with that the English translated document, both has to be submitted as a part of the reference article and all. To protect privacy when submitting medical information, delete the names or other information that would identify the patients. So you know what, sometime what happened, some information will be given that may be confidential. So this is given by the example is given here by FDA is that the privacy, considering the privacy, you can delete the name or other information. Or in our case, suppose if you are from pharma company, sometimes you may submit some testing results or testing report. So you can hide the batch number details and all to respect the confidentiality about your product details. Okay. Comments must be postmarked, electronically submitted or delivered in person by the last day of the comment period. Comments received after the comment period will be identified as a late comment. So if you put the comment also after given time, allotted time, it will be submitted, but there you will find the remark that it is a late comment. So that may not be considered. Okay. So these are some suggestions with respect to the FDA given for CDER, like for it is for a drugs and drug product. Now, when we are discussing about the CDRH, means the Center for Devices and Radiological Health, CDRH. So it is basically for medical devices and radiological health related draft guidelines. So FDA has given some separate recommendations. That also I am going to share the link. You can download if you are interested. The link is in the description box. So CDRH has given the you can say the separate guidelines. So what is the CDRH requirement that I am presenting here? So all submissions received must include the docket number listed on the CDRH guideline web page and guidance title. These are the requirements. Be concise and clear. Proposing revised or additional language is also appreciated. So we should be concise when we are putting the comments. It should be clear. It should not be have a multiple understanding and all. It should be clear wordings. Proposing to revise or additional language is also appreciated. That is what specified here. Include a reference to the section of a guideline. The comment is intended to address inclusion of the line number is preferred. So I told you that each draft guideline will have a unique number for each line. So CDRH specifically recommend to put the unique number on the recommendation. Okay. Hope you are getting my point. These are some points given by the guidelines, so I am just presenting here. Include an explanation to ensure that CDRH is able to understand and better assess the comment. So you can explain why you are suggesting some revision or changes in the guideline. So that explanation should be there in more detail. Avoid repeating the same comment multiple times within a comment response for the same guideline. If a comment or proposed edit applies to several different sections of a guideline, identify the first instance and note that the recommendation applies to the line number so and so and so. You got my point? Sometimes what happens, we give some comment for specific line and it may be applicable for so many other lines of the draft guideline. So you can put the comment for this line and you can write same comment is applicable for line number or maybe 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, whatever. So no need to repeat the same comment multiple times to avoid the confusion. That is what the purpose here behind this CDRH recommendation. Okay. Again, I am telling you this is given by the guideline. This is not my words. Okay. Further, if you remember, the CDRH recommend to put comments in a specific table or format, and that table I put here. Simple table, no much confusion. It is very simple and clear. 3 columns will be there, line numbers or the sections. So you can write down the line number because I told that each line will have the unique number. You can write here line number or you can write the section also. Comment. So what is your comment? Why you are suggesting the changes? Whether you are accepting or not. If not, what is the reason? That all you can specify in the second column. And third column is proposed new or edited language. So what you propose in place of this, that you directly make a comment that instead of this line, whatever mentioned in the first column, you propose this. That's it. Simple, format is recommended by CDRH, you can follow this same format. Okay. So again the question is, now if you want to submit this comment, you can submit online as well as the courier or a hard copy. So by post also you can send. So by post the address is same for the guideline, all the draft guideline, whether it is for drugs product, or radiological products, or medical devices, the address is same. For website www.regulations.gov, this is the website or portal. You can upload the comments online, you can upload all the justifications and all the references and articles also on this, and the address for a courier or the post is also the same for this. The benefit of putting this comment online, just I want to share you that when you put the comments online, then you will able to view the comments online, that yes, what type of comments you mention, and what are the actions taken, or whether it is considered, or what is the FDA thoughts on this, all you will come to know. But in case of a hard copy of the comment, only it will be recorded in their Federal Register, and if you want to verify, you have to go to this address and you have to take an appointment, and then in the specific block number you can go and you will able to access this. So that is the main difference between this online and offline comments. Okay. So finally, just these are some references for this today's training session, what I prepared based on some references. So guide to submitting comments to the FDA, opportunities for input into guideline development or guidance development, comment on proposed regulations and submit petitions, tips for submitting comments on CDRH guidance documents. So these are some references. On the basis of these references, I prepared this today's training session. If you want to access all these 4 guidelines, so in the description section I have given the links. You can go through this link and access the complete guideline. Okay. And finally, before moving ahead, I just want to share that YouTube is having a very good tool. It is a YouTube membership program. So under that YouTube membership program, I prepared 3 levels of membership: GMP, CGMP and advanced GMP. And there are a lot of different benefits. If you go through this, you can go through this slide, where you need to click it. You can just see, you can click here join, you will come to know GMP, CGMP and advanced GMP, and there will be a lot of benefits, different benefits for different category. There will be GMP updates for all the 3 categories, discount on the different training sessions, free access to the paid seminars, and free doubt clearing sessions, and so many benefits are there. So this you can just consider, and you need not pay to me. Basically it should be given to the YouTube only, to be very frank. So this membership is helpful for all the people. So I just created this. That is the point I am just sharing you. If you have this membership, then it is helpful for YouTube to take this learning to multiple people. So that will be the helpful for the many people. That is what the purpose here. And finally, it's a vote of thanks. Thank you so much for your kind attendance and kind understanding on this topic. Hope you understood this topic. If you have any questions on this topic, please feel free. I will respond to your all questions. I suggest please put your questions in the comment section. Okay, not the chat box, because chat box will be closed immediately, but comments will be always for long period. So I request you to put your comment section on the comment section, so that I will reply in the comment section. If you are interested in different topics, you can just put Hitendra Kumar Saha in the YouTube. You just go to YouTube, search Hitendra Kumar Saha, put the Hitendra Kumar Saha, enter. You will get lot of learning videos on the different pharmaceutical topics. You can go through the different learning videos on absolutely free of cost. I prepared a free learning platform to all the people. Take the benefit of this and learn. And finally, request to share this video to all the people so that they will also get benefit from this learning. Okay, if you have any questions, please put your in the comment section. I will reply in the comment section. Thank you so much, and ensure all time compliance. Thank you.